Okay, Aries. So it took me 5 minutes to get into your energy. Yeah, and I just got this like, I was like, okay, let me really tap into it. This somber energy. And then I pressed record, and then this is what flipped out. Well, it didn't even flip out. It just like showed itself. The whale spirit, and that's like my deepest, right? Talk about somber. Like that's I don't know. All of a sudden, yeah. Let's see what Aries is, please. Let's go ahead and get a card. We will acknowledge and welcome whale spirit. Whale spirit is always welcome in these energies. These readings. I promise I can speak. Okay, energy for Aries, please. Camel. Who got this yesterday? Because it was like totally the opposite. It might have been Cancer, because it was saying it was very Cancerian because you've got the moon there. Camel. I like that. That's like holding the faith. Yeah, it's like very somber. This is not a happy camel, right? But it is a camel that is okay with fate. Again, I was watching San, and she was talking about like there were 2 signs, I believe, like yesterday, that were like holding the faith, and then I had a bunch of those in my readings as well. Like there's just a lot of people that are just like waiting on timing, waiting on something to be seen. I don't know. Can I get one more energy for Aries, please? Which is, you know, that's wow, this is intense. I say that because, you know, we have Lord Ganesh here, which is, it's the most auspicious card in this particular deck when it comes to like finances and wealth and abundance and what have you. But it's also like it's obstacles. Again, obstacles. What did we just have with obstacles? With the Rhino and the Wasp spirit, Capricorn. Yeah, there's just been this running theme of a lot of people kind of running into something. I mean, this elephant fills the whole frame, right? And both of these characters are in the dark. Okay. And then next up you have Zebra in reverse. Zebra in reverse is kind of like, it's kind of just a zebra gone wild, but not in a good way. Like stubborn and bulking and making a literal like ass of itself, and like not being creative and not like really focusing and not really thinking and not being like super special or what have you. Like, what's going on? My goodness, Aries. And there could be, you know, the retrograde could be actually really messing with you. I'm like, where's my beverage? There it is. Some tea. Oh, it's really good. Okay. What are we going to get for tarot? I'm not feeling tarot. Where are we? 3 minutes. Yes, tarot. Okay. Yes, tarot. All right. We're going to get a little information here. Could be different, 3 different people. It actually doesn't, I don't know. It could be. It could be. We'll see in, well, how do I hone into that more? Well, obviously we're getting a card. Okay. So we've got a 7 of Pentacles in reverse, which is a bad investment. Is that why you're so... Okay, give me... Yeah, 2 of Pentacles, unbalanced. Right? This is balancing. It may be busy, but it's balancing. This is unbalanced, not being able to balance. Making a bad investment. Okay, so that's what you're like kind of holding. You're just like, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not, and it's good. That's a good thing. And the reason why I say that is because Mercury retrograde is like happening today or tomorrow. I'm letting go of the dates right now. But yeah, like, you know, getting through the first push, the first week or 2 of like not going through the feelings and everything, like stationing and all that good stuff, but like just knowing, like for me, I know that I'm a little fired up and a little antsy and a little angry with some of the roommates here, and I know usually things like that wouldn't bother me, but because it's such a saggy laden like fire, I know that's the energy that pops up and rises up in me. So something was out of balance, something, and I keep looking at this as the Six of Pentacles. It's not, it's the Seven, but it just feels like it. Something was out of balance, and then you have even more imbalance here, and it's kind of like got that whole, so what is the obstacle? Is it obstacle, or is it finance? You know, is it luck? Is it Ganesh in the good or the bad way? So, not bad way, but okay, so Nine of Cups in, right, this is the Nine of Cups, yes, Nine of Cups in reverse, so not feeling fulfilled, so feeling like it's definitely an obstacle, and that like flew, okay, so where do we stand now? We got a Knight of Wands, oh, sorry, a Knight, a Knight of, I don't know if this is you, is this the energy between you? Let's go ahead and get like before I say anything, I just like, let's, yeah, oh, no, but there it is, that Six of Pentacles in reverse. I know, I was feeling it. Yeah, okay, all right. So Aries, you've got Knight of Wands and Page of Swords. Honestly, this fell here in the middle. Nobody's happy in this situation. You've got someone that's like keeping their peace. Things were in balance, but they didn't say anything. They're like holding the waters. They're staying calm. Then you got a zebra who's acting a fool. And then over here, sorry, because we've got, you know, what's the obstacle? It's something in between you. It's a Nine of Cups that's in reverse, which means nobody's happy. Zebra in reverse is somebody acting ridiculous. I have two Three of Cups in this deck, one that has color and one that does not have color. This came out in reverse, and this is the one that says like, this is the vamp, this is my vamp card. That's funny, it came out. I was gonna say it's it doesn't have any color, right? This is kind of like the bad seed card, like 3 in reverse, right? First of all, when we're talking about Three of Cups, it can be a third party situation, especially when it's in reverse. I don't like to say that, but then especially when you have zebra spirit that's in reverse, it's an energy that loves attention, like a Knight of Wands that's in reverse. Didn't we just get a Knight of Wands? I feel like I just saw a Knight of Wands. Oh, it's in my hand. Yeah, Knight of Wands in reverse. That's zebra in reverse right there. And then a Page of Swords. Honestly, I feel this is you or whoever's on this other side. Because a Page of Swords is someone that spies. But here's, you know, a Page of Swords, you know, in reverse would be a liar, but this is the Watcher. It's also someone that learns and observes and like sits back. This could be you, this could be them, but honestly, a Knight of Wands that's in reverse wouldn't be worried about. I don't know, or it could be just like a total narcissist. But we've got, yeah, the Three of Cups in reverse, along with someone that doesn't play fair, Six of Pentacles. Like, this is about, like, earthly things, like, you know, maybe gaslights you on, like, grocery bills or whatever it is. Like, it's not equal in an earthly way. Somebody is doing much more than the other. It seems like it would be the zebra in reverse. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. This is absolutely Saturn retrograde energy, right? This is a karmic card, Wheel of Fortune, not going somebody's way. This is somebody reaping what they sow, okay? So I feel like here you're like holding still, you may be watching. So let's go ahead and get some advice, because I'm like, man, this is like this very like, it feels like it's very tense, to be honest with you. Y'all didn't SOS me, but it definitely feels like an intense situation, I'm not gonna lie. So let's go ahead. I'm not saying you have to, please don't SOS me. Like if it's gotta be an emergency, you know, it's like I say emergency, but somebody needs to hear it, right? Somebody needs, and to say hear it, it's not that they need to hear what I have to say that they can take action. It's all about them. It's confirmation. They're not coming to me. You're not supposed to come to me for information. It's supposed to confirm. You're like, yes, that's my situation. And here it's like, well, if nothing changes, this is what the scenario is going to be. But anytime anybody makes any single decision on any side of the veil, then like there's going to be a whole different story and timeline. So yeah, that being said, people are like, oh my gosh, you resonate so much with me. And this is because I'm reading your energy as it stands at the time, or it just happened, or 2 weeks, or a month, or 6 months later, which happens for a lot of the good readers. I say the good readers, but I'm telling you, I have people's, you know, when you start getting, well, how about this? When you start, if you start really paying attention to the signs and you start getting readings that are popping up to you from a year ago, listen to them. I would rather listen to one that's from a year ago than that one that was from yesterday, because yesterday could be 2 weeks out and further. Something that came from a year ago is tailor-made for me. Bar none. That's how I learned. For a year, I was just like, how does this? And then I realized, like, timing. And then there's different readers, like Water Baby or Rodin. A lot of y'all are familiar with her. Her readings, on an average, at the minimum, they might be a month out. But usually, like, the check-ins were a month out. But usually, they're about 4, 5, 6 months out. With Santoro, they started being like 2 weeks out, and 2 weeks to 6 months out. With Adelina Bond, they were like the next day. With Waterstar Vibes, it's pretty much like within a 2 week. Like, that's how those resonate. Not all of them, but like they, you know, when you get on with a reader, and you start listening to all of the readings, and you're like, oh, well, that's what's going on over there, and that's what's going on. And you can figure out and understand everything that's going around you if you really tune in and tap in, and you don't have to have cards over your reader to understand. You can just go listen to a reader that resonates with you and listen to all other readings, and you'll figure out what's going on around you, like at work, at home, in your family, at church, whatever it is. Just saying. Let's go ahead and get an advice card for my Aries. The end. I would say it's tough. It sounds brutal, honestly. Full moon in Capricorn. Could be in Capricorn season. This might be, you know, another 6 months out, possibly. I don't know when the full moon in Capricorn is. I'm just thinking about Capricorn season. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Could be the next moon. You never know. So definitely look at your chart and just keep that in mind. We're going to go ahead and get one more. You and your loved ones are safe. I always love this card. It's Cancer, and Cancer and Capricorn are it's the deuce, right? They're the 1/7 of each other. And I never really understood this. I was like, I don't feel unsafe or whatever. But like now I know it's like just a big hug from Spirit coming down to Cancer. Cancer, one of the most sensitive, like aptly, like beautifully sensitive creatures in the zodiac, but for sure just saying you are protected, you're loved. It's just like an extra reassurance, and I love that. Instead of like feeling like, oh, I'm sensitive, either the Capricorn and the Cancer, what have you, but it's more like the universe just knows that I need a little extra love, and maybe I need to provide that to myself as well, you know. So anyways, there's always notes that we can take. It feels very like balanced. So this could be you, it could be the other person. Here's the thing is, like, it does take two to tango. I hate when people say that, but I really started this journey when I was like, you know what, if I ever want to be in a relationship with anyone else, I need to figure out what I did wrong in my last one in my marriage. And, you know, 2.5, 3 years later now, I've been single for that long as well. I'm finally in a place where I don't know if I would necessarily want to go there, because I've got a lot to do, and if I don't give my energy to other people, I can do so much more for myself. I'm running 3 businesses, and I say running, but I mean I'm getting up and running. Like, I've been putting in that background work, right? It's all about foundational. Like retrogrades, this is when you're like, let's put in the time. Let's, like, we got Leo and then Virgo and Libra. Let's, like, this whole setup. Right? The end of the year is like a setup for Christmas and all that other stuff. And you just got to learn how to harness these energies and just say, okay, what am I going to do? Like during Taurus, I'm going to put it down. During Gemini, I'm going to communicate. And I'm going to put myself out there. And then Cancer, I'm going to like hunker down because it's going to be too hot anyways, right? And then in Leo, I'm going to go ahead and just bash it out or whatever. And then I'm going to just like, you know, ratchet it down a little bit and kind of refine everything and get into Virgo. And then Libra, it's just kind of going to let loose and like put on my fall clothes and what have you, and then slide into Scorpio where it's like really like rethinking things in the holidays, what have you. And then you get into Sagittarius where you're like, it's about time to party. And then it's Capricorn where, you know, we still have to like buckle down and like work and everything like that, but everything is like in place and we've made plans, and then we can just kind of like, oh, Aqua. And then Pisces kind of relax into freaking Valentine's Day. You go into that cycle, if you think of that as that cycle and living in round time and living in the zodiac signs versus like regular like calendar speak or Monday through Friday or what have you, and you really just say like, I know that the new moon is here and so I'm going to have a lot more energy, and I know that the full moon is here and I'm not going to be able to sleep a lot, but I'm still going to have a lot of energy, and I'm going to have to recover from that. So what work projects should I shift here and there in order to maximize what I know my energy? And you know, yeah, that was intense. All right. Anyways, thank you, Aries. Thank you for joining me, and I just look forward for all of us getting to know each other more. Once I get up to a certain amount of subscribers, I am going to go ahead and start dipping my toes into starting a Patreon page. Definitely did that before and I couldn't keep up with it, and I really have to learn my capacity of how much energy output I can, and right now I've got to save enough energy for all of my other projects. So right now I'm just like trying to like do tiny increments, and so once I start seeing, you know, not like, oh, what I put in, but you know what I mean, like a quid pro quo or what have you, and there's enough people where I feel like that would, you know, because that's going to be an extra, you know, like 30 hours a month of energy output, and like also groceries, and like there's a lot that goes into this. So as long as when it makes sense, then I'll go ahead and do it. But I hope that you stick with me from now on, and I don't know, things maybe 16 minutes or 5 minutes. We'll see. All right. Thank you, Aries. Bye.